All right, large man abroad, hey, let's have a talk. I am getting up on my soapbox today and being a crotchety old man because I've got to say, don't really like people that much. I don't know why that changed because it didn't really seem to be a thing when I wasn't in the United States. But there's something about the quality of Americans that has really changed over the years, and by God, I just don't like it. But large man, that seems normal. Nobody likes anybody. Why would you want to talk to anyone? In general, I'm not talking about just anybody. I mean young people. Young people now just kind of suck. Not just kind of suck, they really suck. People are animals. People in America have lost all their morality, it seems. There's no sense of right or wrong or just being a decent person. The era of decency, if it ever existed, seems to have ended. And you mix that with the high rates of low intelligence people in our country, it just makes it kind of a nightmare for normal people. Just had a little trip to Target. You know, had to go get a Mother's Day gift for the mother-in-law. And while we're there, all the disabled carts are just being used up by 14 and 15-year-olds, just kind of cruising around with absolutely nothing to do. Well, a little bit of misbehavior and being an ass is completely normal when you're a kid. In fact, the guy who was checking us out, who had to use 2 canes because he was seriously disabled, when he actually yelled out to them, hey, do you really need that? Because some of us actually need it. 2 of them had the nerve to just look over and be like, oh, you know, my leg's kind of sore because I walked fast to get here. And while the thing is, and I understand a lot of people out there, but hey, don't get hung up on that, right? Kids are going to be kids. You know, these are probably just a couple bad apples. No, in my area, this is a common thing. No matter where I go, the disabled carts, there's always going to be some 14 or 15-year-olds or idiots who are even in their 20s who are using these things. Like I said, it's something about a kind of a common moral decency that doesn't really seem to exist within a lot of people in America now. Just kind of doing the right thing. Open the door for old people, saying sir, things like that. Is it a failure of parenting? Yes. Is it a failure of education? Yes. Not teaching kids accountability or any kind of moral code has gotten our country to the place that it is right now, where the people are just jackals. That's all they are. Taking pride in the fact that it's dog eat dog, you don't look out for each other, you don't have community, you don't do anything for anybody but yourself because yourself is the only person that matters, and you got to come up. But it doesn't just end there. It's not just kids that are in the Target that are annoying me that day. It's everywhere. It's everywhere you go. Let's just talk about the service industry for a second. There's a reason why I hate fast food more than just the fact that it's trying to kill me and give me gout. And I do honestly believe that this is one of the reasons why Chick-fil-A in America is as popular as it is, because at least it's fast, quick service, and for the most part, 98% of the time, you're gonna get a smile there. If I go to the local McDonald's, if I go to the local Taco Bell, I swear to God, the kind of entitlement and attitude that I will get from people behind the register is absolutely insane and makes me want to burn it down. On this channel, we talk about people keeping their jobs, but I swear to God, just sometimes, because the attitude of people in this country, it just makes me want AI to come. Make it so I actually don't have to talk to anybody. Just keep a cook back there, keep the fries coming, we're good, I can move on out, because that's what fast food is supposed to be. But it's everything. And is it because of social media? Is it because of phones? Absolutely. Of course it is. That is a big part of it, and I don't think anybody would deny that at this point. But the fact is, there is just an absolute loss of character in this country, where especially when we're looking at young people, they just don't know anything or don't believe in anything. And yeah, maybe life was better back when there were nuns smacking kids on the knuckles with rulers. Maybe we need to bring back paddles. Maybe some corporal punishment in the schools isn't exactly a bad idea, because from what I hear, teachers aren't even allowed to tell kids no these days. I haven't seen this kind of stupid attitude and ignorance from kids anywhere else on the planet. Even in the UK, which is an absolute shit show of a country right now, you don't even get that kind of attitude from kids, not to the same degree that we do in America. And I use the term kids broadly because I'm an old man at this point. So if you're under the age of like 23, 24, to me, you're a kid. Unless you're in the military, then you're just a dangerous kid. But still, you interact with some of these kids and you're like, I want to get to know their parents. I want to get to know their parents just so I can yell at them. And like I said, maybe it's just because I'm getting older and I want to rage out against the youth in America. While at the same time, my generation absolutely sucks too. My generation is nothing but adult children for the most part, who have no sense of responsibility. None of them have kids. All they have is dogs or cats, which makes complete sense because number one, nobody's in a relationship anymore because it's too expensive to date people in America. And again, the quality of other people in America is such trash that trying to find a good, decent partner is essentially like trying to win the lottery for a lot of people. So many people are just in relationships with people that they absolutely hate. It's just, why would you want to put yourself through that? So I completely understand. But the other side of that means that we have a tremendous amount of single parents out there. And because of our work culture and the cost of living, everyone's working all the time, which means there's no one to raise the kids except teachers who aren't allowed to tell kids no, and a nanny that is social media that shows them nothing but a constant stream of immorality and shit behavior that preaches the importance of the self. Our culture is lost. This country is done. There's really nothing to save, at least not the generations that exist right now. And the old people, they're not safe either, because they're absolutely detached from everything that's going on, saying that, hey, everything's good, everything's great, this is an amazing country, look at the things I got. Well, at the same time, nobody in this country can afford to have anything. So yeah, we're glad that you made it. We're glad that you're 60 or 70 years old and you built a company and you're able to sell it and you have 3 homes. But guess what? Nobody in the country can do that now except a sliver of the population. And for you to say, go ahead, just pull yourself up by the bootstraps is infuriating and collectively makes us want to push you in front of a bus. These are the moments I say, yeah, we need a recession. We need some kind of deep economic plunge to really shake the population and have them understand just how full of shit they've become. Because this country's dog shit. The people have turned to dog shit. The money isn't worth the paper that it's fucking printed on, and people just want to get out of this shit show. So yeah, give me 2.5 tickets out of this bitch because I want to get out of this country. Why would anyone in their right mind want to stay here? Coming back here is just one of the greatest mistakes. I've made some great financial decisions in my life, really. I am such a frugal person and I hate spending, and that's really led to me making kind of smart decisions. But what an idiot I am to leave everything I had and come back here. This place is a nightmare. The only thing you can do in this country to get away and just mentally escape from the bullshit that happens constantly is just drink yourself blind, go to a dispensary and get yourself as numb as you possibly can, or dive so far into some kind of fandom that you completely dissociate yourself from reality. This is the only way that you can deal with it. My wife's here. I'm going to yell at her real quick. But I guess that's it, and that's just how the country is now. And that's what we have to suffer with day by day. So when you ask me, why wouldn't you want to stay in America? Doesn't it have an amazing amount of opportunity? Yes, of course it has a lot of opportunity, but look what you have to live with. Yeah, it might be a golden cage, but it's a golden cage where they don't clean it out. It's just filled with feces and stupid people. And I'd rather live poor in another country that actually has happy, sane, reasonable people in it. Yeah, there might not be a McDonald's or Starbucks on every block, but guess what? That's okay. The rest of the world doesn't have that. That's just insane American capitalism consumer bullshit. The rest of the world is just happy to be a little bit more without than Americans are. So that's all I got to say. America sucks. The people suck. I want out of this place. Yeah, America's beautiful. America's grand. America's majestic. Shove it up your ass. Honestly, no one cares. No one cares. Everyone knows this place is just a laughing stock. It's a big circus. That's all it is. And the people here suffer every day. But we can keep deluding ourselves. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep deluding ourselves and lying to ourselves and saying this is the greatest country on the planet. But what makes it so great? What, the fact that I can go to any corner I want, it's going to have 24-hour fast food and just shove that into my face hole? Or the fact that the police are constantly trying to look for reasons to throw you in jail? Or that our political class is absolutely ran by corporations and they bend to the will of any request that they have, so the people constantly suffer and things are getting a lot more expensive and the quality of life continues to go down and down and down, and people can't afford to go to the doctor because that shit's too expensive. So people just get unhealthy and unhealthy, but at the same time you question any of this shit and you're the bad guy. Fuck that, man. This country's bullshit. You want to retire here, you want to live here, you want to make money here, hey, that's great. But at least recognize that this place is really gone downhill. Anyway, yeah, now we're done. That's it. I love you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Like and subscribe. All that. Become a member. Why not? You know, that sounds like a good time. We get enough of them, we can really start shoving out some stuff a little bit earlier, get access to that. Some members only stuff. Always a good time. But hey, we appreciate you over here. The rest of the world doesn't. The working class, working people of America, the only people I really give a shit about, because we're the only ones here who actually have to deal with all this bullshit. But anyway, hey, thanks guys. I hope you guys have a good one. You take care.